the Diebert family. Kathy, Joe, Sharon, Francis, Melissa, and Dina, ready for action. Playing against the Verdugo family. Veronique, Jim, Maria Elena, Frank, and Margot. On your marks. Let's start the Family Feud. With the star of Family Feud, Ray Toad.
Thank you so very much. Welcome back to our champions, the Divas. Hello, Verdugo. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great day so far. We've got returning champions that I'm sure you're going to love. They are the Diebert family. Kathy, Joe. Last time on the show, you broke our hearts. You came so close to the big money. Didn't get it, but today, different story.
Right.
Tell everyone who the lovely family members are you brought.
I brought my beautiful sister Sharon.
Yes.
Our wonderful Aunt Fran.
Hi.
Our cousins Melissa and Dina.
Hi.
Welcome back to the show. You may play for $5,000, but you'll have to defeat the Verdugo family. That's almost a tongue twister. Defeat the Verdugo family. Boy, what a good-looking family. From where?
San Diego.
San Diego.
Yay!
And who did you bring with you? Now, this is Veronique.
Veronique.
Veronique
Yes.
Verdugo.
Yes.
Say that 3 times very quickly.
Veronique, Verdugo, Veronique, Verdugo, Veronique, Verdugo.
Now, we had 5 Rays on here the other day, so what do you say? Who else did you bring, Veronique?
I brought my husband, Jim,
Yes.
my sister, Margot, my brother, Frank, and my sister, Maria Elena.
Welcome. Let's don't waste a moment. Let's play the feud. Here we go. First team with $300 will play for the $5,000. Don't try to adjust your sets. There is just a little shade variation to the dresses they are wearing. First, we asked 100 people this question, and we put the top 6 answers on that board, trying to find the most popular answer to this great question. Name something that secretaries sometimes have to lie about to their bosses' wives. Kathy Joe?
Where their bosses are.
Where their bosses are. It is number 1. Think of a steal. The Verdugos will think of a steal. Sharon, welcome back.
Hello.
Question? Something that secretaries sometimes have to lie about to their bosses' wives.
What they've been doing with the boss.
What they've been doing with the boss. Sharon, I'll see if it's there, but may I ask, were you ever secretary?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but you're just speculating on what the survey said.
Right.
All right, what they've been doing with the boss. Dating the boss. Francis, this is a woman that has really shocked us with some of her answers. Something that secretaries sometimes have to lie about to their boss's wives.
What time the boss really left the office.
Okay. What time he left? It is there. You notice, bottom of the survey, but it tied with dating the boss because they left at the same time. Melissa.
She just took my answer, but let me think. When he left work, that would be when he came home. Let's try what, what...
Oh, wait a minute. This is not a mini-series, Melissa. This is a half-hour show. The question, something
he bought his secretary.
That's good. That's good.
Like,
something secretaries have to lie to their boss's wives about. You say something that he bought her.
yeah.
That's good.
Right,
We'll see if it's there.
right.
You know, Melissa, I'm looking for a secretary. Something he bought the secretary. Not there. Dina, keep it rolling.
Okay. I'm going to say that she would have to lie about who he's on the phone with.
Have you been a secretary? Why did you snort? You didn't need to do that. Nobody called for you to go. You did not have to do that, Dina. You told on yourself. You have absolutely told a lot about yourself. She said, who he's on the phone with. Not there. Not there. Kathy Joe, we ask 100 people this question. Something secretaries sometimes have to lie about to their boss's wives. Verdugo's waiting to steal. What do you say?
Who he's meeting with.
Who is he meeting with? There it is, his meetings. Boy, we're grinding it out,
Okay.
Sharon. Keep the family alive.
What time did he arrive at work?
Okay, what time he arrived at work? Not there. $71 will come right here if you name something secretaries lie about sometimes to their bosses' wives. Mary Ellen?
Who he's
Mary
traveling
Elena.
with.
Who he's traveling with, Frank?
Who he's traveling with?
Who he's traveling
Margaret?
with.
When he's gonna be home.
All right, now you may go with him or out on your own.
Okay, wait. I'll have to say who he's traveling with.
Go with the family. You've stolen $71 if we see who the boss is traveling with. The Huberts keep their bank. Did you have an answer that you wanted to say?
No, my sister's a secretary, so I went with her.
Who's the secretary?
I-
Okay, so you lie for your boss on that particular issue?
No.
All right. 2 answers would have gotten you a steal. Number 2, secretaries lie to the boss's wife about why working late. And number 3, boss's lunch dates. We're coming right back, and that's no lie, with a lot more fun after these important messages. Hurry back, please.
New cinnamon sticks from Pizza Hut. They're free when you order a large pepperoni pizza for just $9.99. That's right, a large pepperoni pizza for $9.99, plus 10 of our new mouth-watering, freshly baked cinnamon sticks free. At Pizza Hut.
A very special message for people with diabetes.
If you have diabetes and take insulin, I want to tell you about a wonderful free program called Keeping Well with Diabetes. It gives you the tools you need to help you manage your diabetes. A carbohydrate and calorie counter for making meal planning easier. A helpful guide for better doctor office visits, plus lots of useful health information.
Call now. With a carbohydrate and calorie counter, you'll have the facts for over 130 foods and drinks right at your fingertips. Your guide to better office visits brings you questions to ask your doctor, important checklists, and information to help you with your at-home care. And you'll get ongoing support. You'll even be one of the first to know about and save on new products.
Call now. Get free tools and membership in Keeping Well with Diabetes.
Call 1-800-625-3322 today to join this free program from the world's leader in diabetes care and treatment. That's 1-800-625-3322.
You know Texas ain't big enough for the two of us, McDowell. And I guess you better be leaving, Wrigley. You're the one who's leaving. Even if I have to carry you. You can hardly carry your own weight. That's enough, McDowell. Time I learned you some manners. This sure don't seem like Texas.
Come see that Texas is more than you've heard. Stop online at TravelTex.com or call 1-800-8888-TEX and find out what to see, what to do, and where to stay in Texas. Catch sun, catch a ride, or just catch whatever's biting. Plan your Texas adventure at TravelTex.com or 1-800-8888-TEX right now and get your free 264-page Texas travel guide, accommodations guide, and Texas highway map. You'll find cowboys nowadays are a little more relaxed.
You know, you're really going to like this. It's Papa free.
Texas, it's more than you think. It's like a whole other country.
We're going all the way to $300. The D-Bird 71. The Verdugo 0. We go with another face-off. Good luck, Jim and Sharon. The top 5 answers are on the board. Listen carefully to this question. Name a specific topic that people make up their minds about and then never change. Jim?
Their education.
How about their education? Not their... Listen carefully, Sharon. Name a specific topic that people make up their minds about and then never change.
Politics.
How about politics? Number 1. Jim, think of a steal. The D-Birds have shown tremendous character.
Oh, it's my turn.
Francis, yes. Now, do you know the question?
Yes, I do.
Okay, what's your answer?
When you make up your mind about a friend that has a shady reputation.
Okay, so you have a friend who has a shady reputation, and you make up your mind what?
To dislike her.
Okay, to dislike her, and you're not going to change no matter what, even if
That's right.
not that shady.
That's right.
Let me see, a friend who has a shady reputation. Well, maybe she's in politics, Francis. Who knows? Melissa?
Yes. Question, please.
Oh, when she said yes, I would have asked another question.
Oh.
A specific topic that people make up their minds about and then never change.
How about losing weight?
Okay. All right. What's that, Frank? Frank, if you're going to attack them, do it with some vigor, okay? Frank goes, no, strike two. Let me see losing weight. There you go. Dina, you are the hope. Right now, $34 there, but you can take it up. Specific topic that people make up their minds about and then never change.
Okay, I don't know if I can say,
You can say whatever you'd like.
Okay, I'm gonna say abortion.
Okay, well, now, whether we agree or not, people have very definite opinions on that. Did it make our survey? Let me see abortion. In our survey of 100 people, 12 people will never change their mind on their opinion. Kathy Jo.
Yes. Can you repeat the question?
Is this the Yes family? I feel like Dr. No. You know what? What if you were asking me the question, what would you ask me?
The question.
What would you ask me, though?
Answer the question.
What would be the question you would ask me?
What do you want me to ask you?
I feel like who's on first? What I'm saying is, Kathy Jo, you know the question. This is the oldest stall, but I love you, so I'll do it. A specific topic that people make up their minds about and then never change.
Religion.
Could it be religion? We're rolling, Sharon. Big bang.
I always get the third. I'm going to say sports teams.
Okay, that's good.
Do we,
Specific sports teams. Yes.
you're still alive if we see. I'm not bending on my sports team. Mary Elena, a specific topic that people make up their minds about and then never change.
Capital punishment.
Capital punishment, Frank?
Death penalty.
Death penalty?
Capital punishment.
Capital punishment?
Sexual preference.
Sexual preference.
Tell me.
You got two. They've helped you out with two choices, the death penalty or sexual preference. You can go on your own.
I'm going to say
Death penalty or
death penalty.
over sexual preference?
Yes.
Well, there's only one answer. There's two. There's two. And you've stolen $68 if people will not bend on their opinion of the death penalty. Not there, they're divas. Keep their bank. Jim, you believed in sexual preference very much. You were really pushing that.
Yeah, I think
All right. We'll see if it was there. People never bend once they make up their mind in our survey about number 4. Marriage. It's got to be something to do with sexual preference. And number 5. Racial feelings. We're learning about ourselves, so we're going to have a lot of fun with great questions after these messages. Please hurry back.
In New York, all of Melanie's dreams have come true.
Oh, my God.
Now she's going back home to Alabama.
He's about to surrender!
Thank you.
To see her family.
Melanie, look at you. Look at you. You have a baby in a bar.
But she never expected to fall back in love with her high school sweetheart.
I'm really happy in New York. But this fits, too.
Reese Witherspoon, Sweet Home Alabama.
Can he swim?
Doesn't look like it. On Blockbuster pay-per-view movies.
Get ready to experience the big movies on Stars. You'll see movies, new hit movies, movies that play on Stars before any other premium channel. Whoa! Call now and ask for Stars. It's just one of 12 distinct channels in the Stars Super Pack. All 12 channels for $12 or less a month. Call 1-800-DIRECTV or go to directtv.com.
In my job, no matter what happens, the show must go on. So I took control with Depend underwear. It goes on like regular underwear. With the Depend protection I trust. Take control with Depend.
That was me. What a stiff. Back then, my achy joints made it hard for me to get around. So I tried OsteoBiflex. OsteoBiflex has helped so many renew their joints and their lives. You see, it's not temporary relief. It safely lubricates joints and rebuilds cartilage. So over time, you're more flexible and comfortable. OsteoBiflex from Rexall. Put some life back in your joints.
So easy to get carried away with. Tastes good, feels good. Wheat Thins.
Remember falling in love?
She was kind of chunky.
I realized just how bald he was.
I feel like cracking over here with the beard.
Ain't love grand? Fall in love once again with Love Connection tonight at 7:30 p.m. Eastern only on Game Show Network.
Good luck. The top 6 answers are on the board. Name an occupation in which a person probably makes over $100,000 a year. Francis?
A doctor.
Perhaps a doctor. Number 1 position. Verdugos, don't give up hope. Stealing is very important. This big bank could be yours. Melissa?
Okay. How about a politician like the Prez?
I love how you tried to do that casual and slide into formal. How about the president? Let me see the president. Politician. An occupation in which a person probably makes over $100,000 a year.
How about a lawyer?
Is it up there? A lawyer. It made our survey by 15 people. Kathy Jo?
I would say a movie star.
Maybe, yes. They make a lot of money. Movie stars. An actor. Sharon? Francis, that's my job. I don't need you blurting things out like Sharon.
An airline pilot.
Yeah.
Could be. Could be.
Yes.
How about an airline pilot?
Be there.
No, did not make our survey.
Yes.
Francis, keep it rolling. You guys have a big lead.
I would say the CEO of an automobile industry.
She was very specific about that. The CEO. The CEO.
CEO.
The Chief Executive Officer.
Chief Executive Officer of automobile industry.
That's exactly right. Without even saying a brand name, you knew that. Let me see. A Chief Executive Officer. Business Executive. Melissa, you could be Miss America if for any reason. Oh, that's not where we are. There's only one strike. If you give me number 5, you've got a clean sweep and a very big lead. Occupation in which a person probably makes over $100,000 a year.
The only thing I can think of is like a contractor.
Okay, all right. You got. All right. I thought we were gonna. A contract.
Like a construction. That's good. Contractor.
Well, you let me know.
That's a good answer.
I just wanted to make sure she was done, Judge. She was really into this.
I'm
You feeling
sure.
good about it?
Yes,
all right.
I feel good about this.
All right. Let me see. For that bank, a contractor. The Verdugos want to steal it. Dina, occupation, which a person probably makes over $100,000 a year.
A model?
Could it be a model? Ooh la la. No. Verdugos, do you know number 5? Where would you make $100,000 a year in what occupation, probably? Marianne?
Professional sports player.
Professional
Sports player.
Singer.
An athlete.
Athlete, sports. Tell her one answer will get you in the game. What would it be? Quickly.
I'm going to go with a professional athlete.
The Verdugos are in this game if number 5 is an athlete. You're in this game. We have $139 for the Diebits. The Verdugos 85, and we're going with another face-up right now. Frank against Melissa. We will double the dollar value. Put the top 4 answers on the board. Listen carefully to this question. Tell me something people do when they unexpectedly find themselves face-to-face with a movie star. Melissa.
They ask for their autograph?
They ask for autographs. Number 2, one answer more popular, Frank. Something people do when they unexpectedly find themselves face-to-face with a movie star.
Ask to take a picture with them.
Ask for a picture. Not there. Verdugos think of a steal. No. Oh, here we go. Dina. Something people do when they unexpectedly find themselves just face-to-face with a movie star. Your team can win if you take this question all the way out.
They point?
They point.
At the person?
Do they point? Not there. The question is, when they find themselves face-to-face. You go, oh, Stallone! You don't do that. I mean, it's just not a nice thing, so sorry about that. So think about that. When they come face-to-face unexpectedly, what do?
They talk to him.
They talk to them. Not there. Keep it alive, Sharon. Think about the question. Something people do when they unexpectedly come face-to-face with a movie star.
Get nervous, stumble over words.
One more. Okay, they get nervous. Number 1, stutter. Francis, keep it rolling.
Let's say freeze. And
They just freeze to keep this question going. No. That is 3 strikes. Here we go, Verdugos. What do you say? What do people do when they come face-to-face with a movie star? Speechless.
Give a kiss.
Give them a kiss.
They stare. They
Jim.
ask if it really is that
They
movie
ask if it's
star.
really them. One answer will get you the bank.
I'm going to have to go with them and say they stare.
You got the bank if we see stare. You got the bank. Diebits, one other answer. It have kept you rolling. Number 4, people, when they run face-to-face to a movie star, do screams. $201 for them. The Dieberts have $139. Here we go. Verdugos. Time for another face-up. The dollar value is tripled. The top 4 answers are on the board. Listen carefully as we will move quickly? Here we go. Name a place that begins with the word north. Dina?
North Dakota.
North Dakota. It is there. Three answers more popular. A place that begins with the word north.
North Carolina.
How about North Carolina? It is there. Think of a steal. We triple the dollar value. What do you say? Say that name, Veronique.
Veronique.
What do you say?
The North Pole.
Show me North Pole. It is there. Either team can win. Jim, give me number 3. You're playing for $5,000. A place that begins with the word north.
North Hollywood.
Show me North Hollywood. One strike, Diebers. Think of a steal. What could it be? Margot.
North America.
How about for the game, North America? You have won on a clean sweep. Verdugo's our new champion. Kathy Jo, your family's wonderful. You're going home with some cash, and you gave us $1 million worth of fun. God bless you. Stay right here, will you? Thank you. Stay right here. I need 2 players right now for $5,000. Who's going to be first? All right, bye-bye, Mary Elena. We're coming right back to play Fast Money for $5,000 right after this.
Need to lose those extra pounds? Let Cram and Game Show Network show you how. Tighten those muscles as you walk on hamster wheels. Sweat away those love handles playing hockey with cheese. Pedal bikes as your partner answers ridiculous riddles. And melt those inches off your waist. Cram tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern and Pacific on Game Show Network.
So have you narrowed it down yet?
Yeah, it's between the GE, the Maytag, or the Whirlpool. Or the Frigidaire, or the Amana, or the Kenmore.
I'm going back to the TVs.
The 72-hour sale. Get 0% financing until April 2004, or free delivery. At the only place with the top 6 brands, including Kenmore. Sears. Where else?
Ah, the simple pleasure of Milky Way. Chocolate, caramel, and nougat melting together. Milky Way. Pleasure you can't measure.
Do you have chronic bronchitis, emphysema, asthma, or COPD? If you do, here's something you need to know. Medicare may cover the cost of your liquid respiratory medications, like albuterol. To find out if you qualify, call Liberty Home Pharmacy. Here's how it works. Liberty is a Medicare participating provider, so they bill Medicare and your insurance company for you. You don't have to pay anything up front. Your medication is delivered right to your door with no charge for shipping, and you never have to worry, because Liberty will contact you when it's time to reorder. Just hearing about Liberty has you breathing easier already, right? So if you have breathing problems and you're on Medicare, call Liberty to see if you qualify for their home delivery program.
For more information, call Liberty Home Pharmacy at 1-866-891-9397 today. That's 1-866-891-9397.
Kraft asks, hey, America, are you sitting down to dinner?
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down to Fresh Prep tonight.
Introducing Kraft Fresh Prep. Amazing meals freshly prepared by you. So good, the whole family can't wait to sit down together.
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down.
Refrigerated pastas, authentic sauces, freshly shredded Kraft cheese. Just add meat and bake.
Sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down to Fresh Prep tonight.
Kraft says,
sit down.
Hey, you watch Lingo, you know a ton of words. I bet you're always saying,
I knew that.
Now, put yourself to the test with Lingo Interactive. First, go to GameShowNetwork.com and get registered. Then tune in to Lingo on Game Show Network Monday through Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern and Pacific. Click on the Lingo Interactive logo and you're in the game. It's that easy. You can play along with the show and other home players for a chance to win prizes, and you can chat with fellow Lingo lovers and keep track of the competition with the live Lingo leaderboard. For rules and registration, go to GameShowNetwork.com.
Why just watch when you can play with Game Show Network?
Why did Cream Savers Candy want to get together with Jell-O pudding? Because blending cream with fruit flavor takes pudding to a dreamy place. Because everyone eventually surrenders to the swirl. Jell-O Cream Savers pudding snacks. Because it's magic.
We're back going for $5,000. We put 15 seconds on that clock. Margot, we put you straight ahead. We ask 100 people these 5 questions. Tell me how much you would pay your own child for mowing the lawn.
$2.
How many pieces of mail you get per day.
3.
A specific food that you fry.
Fried chicken.
The most useful school subject.
Politics.
Besides a birthday card, name a kind of greeting card.
Birthday.
That's it. Turn around. All right, the question is, we'll see how you did. Tell me how much you would pay your own child to mow your lawn, you said. $2. Cheapskate. Survey said 18. How many pieces of mail you get per day, you said? 3 pieces, our survey said. 30. Specific food that you fry, you said. Fried chicken in the survey said. Bam, very nice. The most useful school subject, you said. Politics, the survey said. 0. Besides a birthday card, name a kind of greeting card, you said the birthday card or pass. No points. We're going to put you back with your family. You leave 118 points for your sister, Maria Elena. 118 points away as you face America. 20 seconds. Go to the clock, revealing the wonderful answers. Bring this home for $5,000. We ask 100 people. Tell me how much you would pay your own child for mowing the lawn.
$5.
How many pieces of mail you get per day?
5.
A specific food that you fry.
French fries.
The most useful school subject.
English.
Besides a birthday card, name a kind of greeting card.
Anniversary.
Turn around. Tell me how much you would pay your own child to mow the lawn, you said. $5, our survey said. 41, the number one answer, $5. How many pieces of mail you get per day, you said? 5 pieces, our survey said. She's eager. 31, the number one answer, 5 pieces. 46 points away, specific food that you fry, you said. A French fry. What did our survey say? 21. Chicken, the number one answer. The most useful school subject. You're 25 points away from $5,000 and said English. What did our survey say? Give the Dugo family $5,000. Math, the number one answer. Christmas, a kind of card. We're coming right back. Please don't go away.
In the past, whammies were productive members of society.
But today, whammies have become a menace, a threat to everything we prize. Whammies are back, bigger and better than ever. It's Whammy, tonight at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, only on Game Show Network.
New cinnamon sticks from Pizza Hut. They're free when you order a large pepperoni pizza for just $9.99. That's right, a large pepperoni pizza for $9.99, plus 10 of our new mouth-watering, freshly baked cinnamon sticks free. At Pizza Hut.
You're quitting? You are my hero. Oh, why Nicoderm CQ?
I'm not a superhero.
Yes, you are. You know, I never got how these things work.
Okay, you just wake up and put one on.
You can wear Nicoderm CQ 16 hours during the day or 24 hours to get a jump on morning cravings. You decide.
And the steps?
You step down gradually, so you're free.
You're not a superhero. You don't have to be. You've got Nicoderm CQ.
Our customers like a website that works instantly, like Progressive.com, where you can get a quote on car insurance and buy a policy right online. Visit Progressive.com today.
Hi. We have a little leak or something. Holy moly. Guess I better get started.
Right. But first, could you give me your price and the prices of some of your competitors?
You know, don't want to pay too much.
Our customers know the importance of shopping around, because at Progressive.com you can get our price for car insurance plus the rates of other big-name companies. You could save hundreds. Call Progressive today.
We've got a pyramid scheme that really pays. The $100,000 pyramid next. Then the match game Madhouse opens for business, followed by win, lose, or draw. There's so much going on in Cram that we couldn't possibly show you everything. So we'll just show you Icy. Cram tonight at 11 p.m. only on Game Show Network.
So, television production.